This is the third class in Perek Hamafkid, which is in Masechtas Bava Metzia on Daf Lamed Gimel Amud Beis and Daf Lamed Daled Amud Aleph. Let's begin. So in the Mishnah we said, and this was the main chiddush of the Mishnah, that if the Shomer Chinam chooses to pay for the stolen deposit, he pays the owner for it, then he receives the rights to the kefil. And if and when the ganav is found, and the ganav is chayiv to pay kefil, or Dalet Vehei, 4 or 5 times the amount, he's going to make that payment to the Shomer Chinam, even though he stole the item that belonged to the owner, and really the owner should be receiving the additional payment that the ganav makes. Nevertheless, we say that because the Shomer Chinam chose to pay for the stolen object, therefore the owner in exchange gives over to him, the Shomer Chinam, the rights to the kefil and the rights to Dalet Vehei. And the Gemara is going to ask a question on this and answer it. So let's see it inside. Maskiflo Rav Mori Bar Chama. Rav Mori Bar Chama asked, V'ha ein adam makne, but a person cannot give over ownership of davar, an item, shaloi bala olam, that has not come into existence. A person is unable to give over something that doesn't exist. A sale, an acquisition cannot be made over an item that doesn't exist. So at this point, we understand that when the Shomer Chinam paid for the stolen item, at that moment, the owner gives over to the Shomer Chinam the rights to the kefil. And the problem with that is that how can he give over the rights to the kefil if they don't exist yet? The kefil doesn't exist yet. And the Gemara is going to support its question by negating a possible answer, or by even more importantly, negating that it can't fit with anybody. So the Gemara says, and that's why it's in purple, Va'afilu l'Rabbi Meir, and even according to Rabbi Meir, the Amar that said, Adam makne davar shalei ba'ala olam, a person could give over ownership of an item that has not come to the world, that's not in existence. Even according to Rabbi Meir, this is a question, and the reason is because hani mili, this is so, this idea is true. Kigoin peiris dekel, for example, the fruits of a tree, of a palm tree. The fruits of a palm tree, a person can give over to another even before they grew, according to Rabbi Meir. Why? That's true by the fruits of a palm tree, that it happens, or that it will always happen. Also that they will come. They're always going to grow. That's what fruits do. They grow from a tree. But here, over there it's certainly going to come to be. So Rabbi Meir says a person could give it over, even though it's not yet in existence. But over here, Rabbi Meir would not say a person could give over the kefil. And the reason is, who said it'll even be stolen? And if you say the meganva that it will be stolen, who says that the ganav will be mishtakach found? And if the ganav is found, who says the mishalim that he's going to have to pay double or 4 or 5 times the amount? Dilma, maybe he will admit that he stole umifter, and then he becomes potter from paying the additional fee of double or 4 or 5 times the amount. So therefore we have a question over here: how is the owner able to give over the rights to kefil to the Shomer Chinam when the Shomer Chinam decides to pay, if at that point in time the kefil is not in existence? And the Gemara answers, Omar Rava said, Nase, it is made as if he tells him, Lisha tiganev v'tirtza u'teshalameni. If it gets stolen and you're going to want to pay me. So what Rav is answering is that it's not at the time that the Shomer decides to pay that then the owner gives over the rights to kefil, because that's not possible. The kefil doesn't exist. Rather, it's totally different. First of all, it's not at the time that the Shomer pays. It's actually at the very beginning, when the owner gives him the cow. At that point, that's when he's giving him over the rights to kefil. And he's not giving him over the rights to kefil in a direct way, because they still don't exist. But rather what he's telling him is, when he gives him the cow, if it gets stolen and you're going to decide to pay me, Hare Parasi Kenuyaloch Ma'achshav, my cow is given over to you and is being given to you to own from now. In other words, what the owner is telling the Shomer Chinam at the time of giving him the cow, I'm giving you this cow to watch. However, if the cow gets stolen and you decide to pay me, then right now, the cow is being given over to you to own, that it belongs to you. And therefore, automatically, if the cow is stolen and the Shomer Chinam decides to pay, it comes out that the Shomer Chinam owned the cow from the moment that the owner gave it to him. And therefore, automatically, he gets the kefil as the owner of the cow. So 2 things changed. Number 1, it's not happening at the time that Shomer Chinam pays. It's happening earlier. And number 2, he's not giving him over the rights to kefil, because the kefil doesn't exist. But rather what he's doing is he's giving him ownership of the cow in the event that it's stolen and the Shei Mechinim decides to pay. So let's just read that inside one more time. Omar Rava says, Nasa, it's made, as if he's telling him at the time of giving him the cow, when it's stolen, meaning if and when it's stolen, V'tirtza, and you will want V'tishalmeni, and you're going to pay me. Harei parasi knuyalach, so my cow is sold to you, is made an acquisition to you, me'achshav, from now. So we have in the Gemara basically a question and an answer. The question was, how can the owner give over the kefil if it's not in existence? And the basic answer is he's not giving over the rights to the kefil. He's giving over to him the cow, and therefore automatically he also gets the kefil. So what our Gemara consists of, as we see, is a question, which then we had the purple to support and complete the question that it's according to all opinions, and then we concluded with the answer from Rava.